We are on the verge of a very, very good month for Monday Night Raw. At the moment, it's 2 1-on weeks. If we can hold on, we get the main event of the pay-per-view. We also, right now, have the highest rated match, which means I can bring in somebody I've got my eye on. We've got to hold on, though.
Everywhere I go, there's nowhere I belong. And anyone just tell me where will I find? 'Cause everywhere I go, I'm always on my own. Can anyone just catch me before I drown? Can anybody make me feel like I'm not the stranger tonight?
Hello ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel, welcome back to another TW Network Save episode. This is the 04 War on Monday Night Raw. Stuart Irvine is Friday Night Smackdown. This, look, it's got competitive so far, no doubt about it, and it will continue to be competitive. But a big week now, a big week, because today we close the chapter on February. We continue our build for No Way Out towards Shawn Michaels versus Goldberg, towards Brock Lesnar versus Booker T, towards Triple H versus Kurt Angle, and Eddie Guerrero versus Chris Jericho as your 4 main matchups. If Raw wins tonight, Raw gets the main event. If SmackDown wins tonight, as in this episode, the Twitch chat will decide the main event of No Way Out. We'll get to that if we have to, but hopefully Monday Night Raw will get the job done. We'll start with Raw, and let's hope for greatness. Okay, we start Monday Night Raw on the pre-show. Team Attitude getting a win over Funaki and Maven, 2 babyfaces we've just squelched together, just like that. 52 for this isn't bad. Carried by Matt Hardy, like you'd expect, but Maven putting in a 46 is interesting. Just to get some momentum going for Team Attitude, getting a win here and there. This is what we've done here on the pre-show, and I just want to see what they perform. They are good together. They are good together, which is why we've put them back together. As a lower mid-card tag team, I'll take it. Now, does Matt Hardy deserve a push more than that? Maybe he does, but we'll see.
We'll find out next week, couple of weeks maybe. We'll find out.
Eventually. Okay, second pre-show match then. 6-man tag. Jamie Noble teaming with Garrison Cade and Mark Jindrak against Scotty 2 Hotty, Spike Dudley and John Heidenreich. 3 baby faces against the heels. The heels were the thing here. And you'll see Noble wins again. Pre-show Noble, unstoppable right now.
You've got to make a title for him, mate. Missing out an opportunity for call him to get the pre-show title. I don't know.
We could do a pre-show champion. It'd be interesting to do a pre-show champion. If the people want it, we may do it. 45 though for this is pretty good. And Noble was the best of luck with a 46. But most of them around the similar level, which is interesting. It's only Heidenreich who brings this down. Everyone else is 40s at least. So, yeah, for a lower mid-card, it's not terrible. It's not great, but it's not terrible.
Mate, it's on the pre-show, so it's fine.
And it's on the pre-show. Let's get to the main show though, right? So we're going to open up Monday Night Raw, the announcers bring us in, and then all we hear is I'm not doing it.
Oh, if only there wasn't copyright issues, we could just play this.
They can't copyright that. That's golden from my lungs right there. Yes, the music, well, strange music at this point, but the music that we know of John Bradshaw Layfield. Last week he turned on Ron Simmons. This week he introduces the real Bradshaw. John Bradshaw Layfield. JBL is here. We all know it was coming. We had to do it.
Yeah, because it's his best version, isn't it?
It is. So JBL comes out, limousine, cowboy hat. We're going full in. Everyone's going to be like, what the hell?
Has he got his book? You know, his famous book that he wrote. Because if you want, I can literally copy the exact promo he did when he did turn. Because that was a really good promo.
I can't remember the promo, but sure, along those lines. He announces his new character. He announces that due to his great financial work, he has got a load of money. And you know what? He doesn't need to be slumming it with drunks like Ron Simmons anymore. And he proved it last week. What we teased at the end of last week, where Shawn Michaels sort of had a face-to-face with JBL after the turn last week, that's what we're going to follow up on here. Shawn Michaels is going to come out and stand up for Farouk. Stand up for Ron Simmons, a legend in this business, a man who has beaten stereotypes over and over and over again in his career. You've got to remember, this is the first... Ron Simmons, I'm pretty sure, was the first black world champion in American wrestling, as far as I'm aware. Right? So this is a legend of this business. And JBL treated him the way he treated him last week. And Shawn Michaels isn't going to stand for it. Shawn Michaels challenges JBL to a match later on tonight. And says to him, if this is the real JBL, this is the real Bradshaw, sorry, let's see what the real Bradshaw has to offer. But before JBL can accept, deny, who knows, Vince McMahon comes on the screen. He says he likes the idea of this. He books the match, but he says one caveat. There is going to be a special enforcer for this match, just so it doesn't get out of control. And that special enforcer is going to be Goldberg. Shawn Michaels' opponent on Sunday will be the special enforcer for JBL versus Shawn Michaels tonight. We're going to in-game turn him heel here, but in theory it would have happened last week. 77 for this is okay, considering...
Yeah, I have to admit, I was expecting that to be, especially with Shawn, you would think on about like high 70s, maybe 80.
Yeah, but it is... Look, it's about boosting JBL by having Shawn and Goldberg around him at the moment. We'll officially turn him heel. He's going to have the rich businessman gimmick, as we know. The term was a complete success. Lovely. Let's get on with the rest of the show, shall we? The Big Show is in action in the opening match. It's the Big Show versus the Hurricane for a 70. Whoa. Okay, Big Show. Big Show carrying the Hurricane there.
Literally and figuratively.
Yeah, Big Show beats the Hurricane as you expect. The Hurricane experiment, well, it's run out of wind, let's say. It's an easy win for the Big Show. Choke slam and a job done. Okay? Job done. I did have on commentary here Jamie Noble, who is the Big Show's tag team partner now, is one half of the Knockout artists. I can't believe we're going with that. So
can't think of anything better.
After Big Show defeats Hurricane, the Knockout artists destroy the Hurricane and Rosie for a 54. And they cut a promo while they do it, announcing their tag team intentions. They want the tag team championships. Just a little thing to get these guys going. It's not going to be amazing score, I know that, but you need Big Show and Jamie Noble to start racking up wins and momentum together as a tag team, and Noble being the mouthpiece for Big Show anyway kind of makes sense.
And also not every segment has to be like a 70 80, you know.
No, as we've learnt with this game over the last few weeks, you have the one or two amazing segments, it'll boost the show so much. That's what I'm hoping for tonight, for the record.
Well, fingers crossed.
Okay, we'll go from that to a Booker T promo on Brock Lesnar for 83.
That's surprising.
Booker says that Brock Lesnar is standing in his way of WrestleMania redemption, and he will go through Brock Lesnar to get it. Booker T needs this. He needs this. He's haunted by the loss at last year's WrestleMania. Booker T, by this point, 2004, when he came in at 2001, you would have said by 2004, Booker T would have been a world champion and a WrestleMania main eventer in a way.
Should have been, to be fair.
He isn't necessarily. Is this the year he gets it done? We'll find out at No Way Out, I suppose. Right, before we get anywhere near that, we go to a backstage segment where Rey Mysterio approaches Chavo Guerrero for 70 rated segment. Chavo turned heel last week. Rey approaches Chavo, trying to talk some sense into him. He says, "This isn't the way. Your family don't believe in this sort of attitude. This is not the Guerrero way." Chavo completely ignores him. Doesn't even acknowledge he's there as Chavo walks to the ring for his matchup. So yeah, Chavo and Rey, slow build here. Slow build still.
Nice.
Chavo will be taking on the Ultimo Dragon, because we need someone for Chavo to beat even for 57. Again, this is about what you'd expect for the cruiserweights. It's not really an issue. Chavo gets the win with a gory bomb. And that's not really the story. The story comes afterwards, when Chavo decides to continue beating down Ultimo Dragon and Rey Mysterio runs out. There is no no fighting with Ray and Chavo here. They do not have contact at all. Ray's music hits, he runs out, Chavo leaves the ring, smirking to himself and walking away. Ray doesn't like Chavo's new attitude. Chavo, well, he seems to be only out for himself at the moment. 62 for this is okay. I was hoping for a bit better, but...
Well, to be fair, for what cruiserweights are at the moment, like it's my women's division get a similar rating, it's 50s, 60s,
Yeah,
it's pretty much same level.
That's why I've got to look at it. Right, let's go to a 6-man promo. Evolution got a promo on Shawn Michaels, Goldberg,
It's got to be an 80.
Kane for a 78. So not quite as good as I thought it would be. We are tonight in the Southwest, which isn't the WWE's most popular area at this game time. So that could be bringing it in as well.
What was it, the Orton thing saying as well? Was it the red? What the thing Orton
was very poor so Orton needed a script in here, which is an interesting one. Basically, Flair and Batista are celebrating last week, and they say Randy Orton will be just as impressive, and when he retains his title at No Way Out against Kane, because of course Batista and Flair retained their titles in the main event of Raw last week. Okay, a Taz promo next. I know, I hear you. A Taz promo for 52. Just okay. Taz apparently needs a script in as well. Taz reveals that his new clients will be revealed to the world tonight.
It's a surprise. I like it.
So, well, maybe it is. Billy Kidman is going to beat Tajiri for a 67. Billy Kidman is flying into No Way Out. This is pretty good if you look at the actual in-ring performances. 63 from Billy, 52 from Tajiri. To boost that to a 67.
The cruiserweights were good in the L format. Like they were like when you got Billy Kidman, Chavo, Rey Mysterio, Tajiri, you've got a really good division there, so it's not surprising getting like 67s.
Yeah, hopefully they start boosting each other is the idea. Having Rey in there is a good thing. But yeah, this is pretty good. Billy Kidman, can he beat Rey Mysterio and become Cruiserweight Champion on Sunday? Rey Mysterio's got a lot on his plate at the moment. Is he really concentrating on Billy Kidman? That's the idea here, but
that's the tagline. That's the thing to draw you in, isn't it?
We'll see. John Cena cuts a promo on Brock Lesnar for 87. That's a booster. That's a booster. Last week, of course, Brock beat Cena, but Cena took him to his very limit. And Cena says here, you know what? I've clicked it. Didn't mean to. Cena says he enjoyed the challenge. And he wants a little bit more. We go from Cena to Shawn Michaels cutting a promo on Goldberg. Weirdly not as good, which is interesting. Shawn says that Goldberg needs to stay out of his business tonight. Let's see if he does, shall we? Because Shawn and JBL are not the main event. Shawn and JBL are right now. This is a match that I've given a wild brawl for the record, so let's see what it does. Shawn Michaels versus JBL gets us
80, I bet.
77. Okay, this is about what I expected in a way. Actually,
I think
because look, JBL is a 61 popularity. He's received a boost from the brawling. Shawn Michaels can brawl pretty well. He's carried him as well as possible. This isn't bad at all. This is a match that right now 77 is pretty good. In a few months when JBL's had a bit of a boost,
that could be an 80.
Some wins. It could be an 85. Type match. We need to boost JBL to that next level. So
I think that's like both of our bookings. It's like at the moment, there's a lot of stuff are getting like 76, like mid 70s, but over the next couple of months, if we keep going, in the long run, should get better scores. But yeah, 77's good, man. Especially when you've got Shawn Michaels in it.
Yeah, and of course, this didn't have a clean finish. You'll see here, JBL beat Shawn Michaels tonight, which will help JBL. Shawn Michaels was counted out after being attacked by Goldberg. That's right, the special enforcer at ringside, JBL, in his heel tactics, took off a turnbuckle. The referee put it back on, and at that time, Goldberg, who's been at ringside the entire match, finally has enough of Shawn Michaels. Little barks at him to get out the way, to move, all this sort of stuff, and he's had enough. So 6 days before the pay-per-view, Goldberg sends a message. Spear on the outside. Shawn Michaels can't get back up into the ring for the count of 10. JBL will take the countdown victory. Goldberg costs Shawn Michaels the win here, and post-match, Goldberg goes to town on Shawn Michaels with another spear on the outside. Yes, it's a bit heelish, potentially. The fans, in theory, would be booing Goldberg here. I'm not saying he's turning heel. I'm just interested to see if in a heel role whether people would like it. You know, we'll
teasing
see.
it, seeing what it worked. I'm surprised he didn't do a spear through the timekeepers area type thing. That's kind of the go. I mean, that's kind of go-to thing now. But I don't know about then. But I just feel wouldn't it be more impactful? But
maybe, but what you might be worth saving that for the match. I don't know. But 82 for this is okay. I was kind of expecting a bit better. But like I say, you've got to remember, we've gone from last few weeks. We've been in really high popular areas, like the tri-state area is 93 popularity, I think, or something like that for the WWE. We're in the mid-south area tonight, which is 80. So that's going to be part of it too.
So if we're all on a similar level of shows, it might be very close yet again.
Yes, potentially. 82 is pretty good for this. Goldberg spears Shawn and just gets in his face and says, "See you on Sunday." Because Goldberg wants the world champion, well, the WWE championship. Goldberg sees Shawn Michaels as a way to get there. So one thing on his mind, right? Okay. Backstage, Eric Bischoff approaches Mark Jindrak and Garrison Cade. 53 for this is really interesting. Bischoff is boosting it big time. He says, "Look, I've got an opportunity for you." And he opens the door. And behind that door is Billy Kidman warming down from his match with his back to them. And what Bischoff is inferring here is an opportunity. Cade and Jindrak take it. They attack Billy Kidman from behind with the steel pipe given to them by Eric Bischoff.
Yes. That and brass knucks, two of my favourite weapons in wrestling.
Billy Kidman, for the record, it's important this, Billy Kidman did not see the attack coming, and Billy Kidman doesn't know who's attacked him.
Oh, could there be people stirring the pot a little bit?
Maybe. 53. We go to break. We come back from break to find Rey Mysterio approaching Kidman, who is feeling okay. It wasn't a massive attack. Rey says, "Who did it?" Kidman says, "I don't know, obviously." And Rey says, "Well, there's only one man it could be, isn't it? The one man whose attitude's completely changed. I guess he just can't live up to the Guerrero name, right?" Rey Mysterio assumes this is Chavo. And he's got a little bit personal there. It's a bit harsh, if we're honest. Especially as we know it wasn't Chavo Guerrero. But this whole idea that Chavo Guerrero can't live up to the pressure, and that everyone's expecting better from him. This idea that actually Rey now thinks this is going to be Chavo is going to hurt Chavo. That's going to cause some anger.
Turn him more to the dark side if you want to go by. If you want to use that expression. Okay,
tag team action then. High Risk against TNA, and it's revealed as we do the entrances that both teams have agreed to the stipulation. Stacy Keibler's services are on the line. Because why not, right?
What, in this match? Or
in this match.
Okay.
TNA versus High Risk. If High Risk wins, Stacy will become their manager.
Don't you just love those kind of old school stipulations? If you win, you get our manager. It's like, that's not how life works. But okay, let's go for it.
Will they get the manager? Well, no. TNA win. A-Train pins Spanky with a derailer. Look, High Risk are a team for the future in this save. TNA should not be losing to High Risk right now, considering we want to push TNA up a bit. 62 for this is really good, by the way. Really, really good. The highest rating was 61 from Test, so to get a 62 means that this has worked quite well. After the match, well, TNA, they may have won the match, but that doesn't mean they want Stacey's services. TNA dump Stacey.
That is just great heel work, but like, come on, man, really?
They dump Stacey and reveal their new manager, Taz. You saw that coming, right?
Yeah, I kind of did, yeah. But it's like, interesting. Okay.
So Taz, this should be a heel turn as well. I don't know why it's not letting me do it. I'll have to do it at some point. But yeah, this is Taz aligning himself with a heel tag team. Look, the issue was, I wanted to do TNA with Stacey in the middle, but for some reason the game has decided Test and Stacey have awful chemistry and don't work together. So I've got to fix around it. So to me, a better way to do it, Test and A-Train under the management of Taz.
And then maybe, I'm assuming, this is probably, unless I'm just giving you no idea, that she's going to find a tag team to go after them because she feels betrayed, maybe.
Well, who knows?
That might have better chemistry, I guess. I mean,
Maybe
ideas,
there's a tag team in mind. Who knows? Okay, let's get towards the main event. Let's get towards the big stuff. Brock Lesnar is going to cut a promo on Booker T
90, surely,
for an 87.
Yeah, it's
pretty good. It's just a standard building the matchup promo. Brock's not really known for them being the game. We can make it work. And the main event then is an 8-man tag of star power forever. Booker, Cena, Kane, and Ray against Brock.
This has got potential to get like a 90. It's got potential.
Yeah, maybe. You got to remember the location, but maybe. Let's see what happens. Main event then gets us a 82. Oh no, Batista suffered an injury.
What did he get? Like a fractured cheekbone? Oh, that's
fractured cheekbone. Look, you got to remember the location. This is important.
Okay.
So, if this was in the tri-state, you're looking at 87, 88.
Yeah.
But I think this is pretty good for what it is. It's still a 4-star match. It's short. So I'll say Shawn Michaels then for some reason. Clearly not. Stuart is gonna. I haven't said this to Stuart, but I realised I was looking through. You need to be in the same area I am every week to make this a fair competition.
Yeah, that's fine. You make it sound like that's not.
No,
what
I know.
did
We hadn't thought about it properly, but we should do that so that.
We'll make it as fair as possible. I'm not against that. I mean, but we've done it. We've done it with the contract situation, the momentum, so it makes sense.
Exactly. But the finish of this one, 8-man tag. Look, it's pretty good. The worst performer, Randy Orton with a 73, which is slightly worrying. I love that Ric Flair's put in an 87. Batista, despite getting an injury, 81, great from him. Cena 74, not bad. Kane 75. Ray 79, by the way. Rey Mysterio raising his game. Booker 80. Brock, of course, carrying it with a 92. And the finish sees this turn into mayhem. All 8 men brawling in the ring. And the 2 legal men, Rey Mysterio and Ric Flair. And in all the mayhem, Ray uses his speed to just catch Ric Flair out with a surprise. It says a roll-up. We can do one of the acrobatic ones that Ray likes to do. 1, 2, 3.
Springboard Hamakumana, that one.
One of them. The Cruiserweight champion Rey Mysterio pins the 16-time world champion Ric Flair in the main event of Monday Night Raw. That's the point.
2004 is not that shocking.
It's not that shocking, but it's a result that I'm hoping will boost Rey Mysterio big time. We will see. 82 then is fine. I did do a post-match brawl to end it. Everyone brawls. Mayhem to end the show. See what happens at No Way Out. That gets us. Thanks, Dave, for that. John Cena has hurt. Okay, so John Cena clearly has got an issue with Evolution because he hurt Ric Flair and now he's hurt Batista.
My plant is working perfectly.
It's a bit interesting. Sorry, the post-match segment, 80 for that. Let's see what it gets, right? I think with a couple of 87s, I think we're looking at
85, maybe a bit more.
81 or 82. And I don't think that necessarily will be a bad show. Like I said, you've got to think of the location. I don't think this will be too bad.
We're getting 8. If you even think about it, most of our shows are getting 80s or like once in a while 90s. So it's like it's pretty high level we're on in the moment. So
well, the way I'm looking at it, our shows in the most popular areas are getting between 87 and 91, realistically, right? Our shows in the worst areas, not worst, but in the worser areas are getting around an 80 to 83. I'll take that now. That'll be good. I think, I haven't seen your show, but I think you'll be looking at a similar thing. I'm hoping. Let's see what happens. Monday Night Raw, final week of February, gets an 84. That's better than I thought it'd be then. That's not bad. That's might be tough to beat, I don't know. I think you might struggle with that one.
I think I've got a pretty decent show as well. So if I get to at least that or... a bit obviously a bit higher, but you know what I mean. But I think obviously I think I've got a good show. So, but yes, it's not going to be like we're not going to get like 91s or 89s or anything like that this week, unless like something crazy happens on my booking. But yeah, I think for a goal, if you go by a go home show for a pay per view 84, that's pretty good.
And it's a weird show really because I don't know if people have picked up on this. As much as Brock Lesnar, Shawn Michaels, Goldberg are the main event guys, this is more about the other people, but including the main event guys in it. JBL getting a win over Shawn Michaels. Rey Mysterio getting a win over Ric Flair. Do you know what I mean? As well as also doing stuff like TNA, getting a new manager with Taz. Billy Kidman got a good win. Chavo's continued his things. We started the knockout artist little mini push. I'm pretty pleased with trying to boost other people here and still getting 84.
Yeah, but we can't be. As you said, we can't be putting all the big guns up straight out as well. And it's a balanced show that I like. So it's got a good balance of star power and people to look out for the future. What a good show should be. So yeah, 84 is good though. So I guess we'll find out and see if I can try and beat it.
Well, we'll see. Okay, Smackdown kicks off with the 99 rate segment.
90.
Great.
I knew that would happen.
Okay.
It's all
cool.
all part of my plan.
Anyways,
so
Twitch chat, get ready.
Anyway, so basically, guessing these Mick Foley's becoming the authority in this, but literally he's been starting a show, but he's very good at it, so why not? So basically, Mick Foley starts the show. Kind of, he's fed up of these brawls. There's a joke in there, obviously, and he's fed up of obviously stuff between Triple H and Kurt Angle. And obviously he asked them to come to the ring. They come to the ring, kind of, and Mick say, you know what, tonight I'm gonna set up a match to make sure you two don't do anything that interrupts our world title match at No Way Out. So what we're gonna do is, Triple H, you're not gonna go against Kurt Angle in tag team action. You're going to team with Kurt Angle in tag team action to go against the United States champion Christian and Chris Jericho in a tag team match. And if any of you interrupt or try and trip each other up in this tag match during the match, you'll both be suspended. So find a way to work together. So that's how it's kind of ended. So
can they get along?
I mean, yes, but it can't. The beautiful thing about it is it's a tried and true tested thing, and I think with Triple H Kurt Angle it would work.
Yeah.
99. I mean,
good start to the show. Let's put the tag team titles on the line now, shall we? See if we can continue that, right?
Yes. I mean, if it gets 99, I'll be literally jumping on my seat, but it's not going to happen. But okay.
Yeah, me too. The Dudley Boys defending against Billy and Chuck, the School of Hard Knocks, Hardcore Holly and Rhino, and the Basham Brothers. Is tonight the night that the Basham Brothers get redemption? Let's find out, shall we? Your winners. Go on, I'll let you do the end. Your winners.
Okay. And still WWE Tag Team Champions in the Dudley Boys with as exactly what I would expect, a 3D on Hardcore Holly for the win. But yeah, I think, was it 59? That's pretty good. I mean, we put this match as the Brawl, if I remember.
Yeah.
So, and as always, we've done that with Dudley's. It's done well. I think it's just... I think I've got a pretty good tag division at the moment. We've got enough feuds there. I thought put them all together. Dudley's look good. No surprise, the lowest score is the Bashams when it comes to work, or am I wrong?
The Bashams, yeah. Sorry, Doug. Sorry, Danny, but yeah, you're awful.
But to be fair, the story is not really about the match. Well, it is about the match, but what happened after the match that I think is really interesting. But
interesting, and Twitch chat just pointed this out. Rhino 69 outperforming the Dudleys, which is interesting. Was a brawl, like you say. Officially, we're going to turn Hardcore Holly heel in this match because it was supposed to have happened already. So it's similar to JBL. It's done. Turn him heel. There we go. He's a heel now.
Okay, so we've done that. So that's one piece of business.
One bit of business done. Post match, well, the Dudley Boys have got new challenges.
These two, okay, that's fine. I'm liking that. I think for the tag division, it's pretty good. So basically what's going to happen is basically after Dudley celebrating the victory, it's short-lived. Out of nowhere, Charlie Austin, Shelton Benjamin attack the champs from behind, beat the hell out of them, and then kind of, beat the hell out of them. All of a sudden, I don't know if you put this in the game, but I'll just say it. Obviously, Paul Heyman was on commentary, and all of a sudden was like, Paul, where are you going? And you see him kind of similar to when he joined ECW when the Alliance type thing, comes into the ring and basically sits and kind of cuts promo saying, hello, my name is Paul Heyman.
Yeah.
My name is Paul Heyman. These two gentlemen right here are my new Paul Heyman guys. And that's just for me, but Bubba Ray and Devon, these are your new number one contenders for your tag titles. And the clock is ticking on your title reign, as this division is now going to be led by the world's greatest tag team.
Lovely.
So yeah, sets up. It's like the worst kept secret in wrestling. It's pretty obvious it's going to happen. But yeah, I thought it's this kind of segment needed a Paul Heyman just announcing to the world.
I agree, but everything's better with Paul Heyman on the microphone. I do like Paul Heyman and Benjamin Haas together. Push them to the moon, Stu. Push them to the moon.
I've got big plans. So yeah, I was really excited about that one. So but yeah. So obviously next segment.
What?
Wow, that's because of Rikishi, I bet. I mean, I think that's because Rikishi's involved with that storyline.
I'm just a bit surprised that the world's greatest tag team attacking the Dudleys and Paul Heyman announcing them as new Paul Heyman guys didn't do as well as Rikishi and Mark Henry arguing backstage.
Yeah, I think it's because because tag divisions, but also because Rikishi's. I have to check his stats after we do this.
Yeah, Rikishi must have magic chemistry.
Yeah, well, apparently so. But yeah, well, basically, this is kind of backstage segment where basically Mark Henry, this week, he's basically going on the Hall of Pain type thing, isn't he? Kind of again, he's frustrated because no one's using it. But then obviously, kind of bringing up the kind of he's fed up being overlooked and unappreciated, and basically he's here. He's not here to make friends. He's here to make an impact. And he's going to continue to do that. And then out of nowhere, Rikishi comes confronts him because obviously he's thinking, oh, you've got the guys you've gone against, interviewers, people that are kind of smaller, not smaller, but not you're bigger than them. The type of stuff you'd be doing, you wouldn't be able to get away with someone like me. And and I would love to see you try. And then we just have a tense stare down type thing, and kind of sets up their kind of might be a feud. I mean, I think it would be a good match though.
I mean, yeah, big hoss battle, big beefy men slapping meat, happy days. Rikishi's standing up to the bully, basically, is what you're trying to say. Really good segment, to be fair. Let's see if this one does as well. 62, okay.
Yeah, I'm happy with this. Again, I think with the women's division, similar to your cruiserweights, it's around about high 50s, 60s, kind of.
Yeah.
But this is kind of thing obviously as we set up last week for the whole was it so-called Molly Holly's associates? Let's call them, or the name that always eludes me that we gave them.
Aspire,
it's a great name. But yeah, it's basically like obviously last week was it Jazz disappeared, and obviously we left her a note saying who was it Gail Kim's next, and then because this segment's kind of cut as kind of Molly Holly entered the arena, kind of trying to contact Gail Kim as well, saying like. She's trying to figure out, like, leave a message saying, where are you? Really wide now type stuff, because obviously they're kind of friends as well as associates and that. And then she gets a text message saying from Gail Kim's phone saying, your time has come. And to put a bit of a teaser on there, they put an L with a kiss on it. And obviously with Molly Holly, it's literally furious at this point, like kind of whining. Unfortunately for Trish and Lita, first person she assumed it could be is Lita, and then we have a situation where she attacks Lita, Trish Stratus as well, and then they have a brawl, and they have to get split up by security. But yeah, so it's kind of a situation where basically her help that's been helping her out is mysteriously disappearing.
Wow.
Could it be Lita? Could it be Trish? Who is it?
Who could it be? Who knows? Let's go to tag team action then. Rob Van Dam teaming with Lance Storm against Rene Dupree and Mark Henry. Mark Henry is over like Rover. What's going on here?
I think I'm happy with that. That's exactly what I wanted. 71, big beef, yeah. Was it 71 like that? Yeah, I mean, obviously, when you think about Mark Henry being on the losing end of this, but when you think about it, it is a tag match, and you can get away with the kind of idea that he's not unbeaten in singles competition, so you can get away with it. But,
yeah. To be honest, this is more about Rob Van Dam. 76 from RVD, carrying everyone.
Yeah, I love RVD. Got plans for him as well. So this is very interesting. But yeah, this match kind of ended with, as it said here, a 5-star frog splash from the top. From top gets the win there. But yeah, as the inside joke continues, guess what happened next?
Guess what happened next?
That's all right, that's fine. That's probably where you expect them to be as well. Yeah, it's basically just ends with a brawl. Basically, because obviously the heels lost, so they're not happy. Attack RVD and was it Lance Storm? Obviously beat down. Obviously Rikishi. Obviously after the confrontation with Mark Henry just moments ago, comes down to make the saves. The heels go, run out of the ring, and then we just end the segment with basically like Mark Henry and Rikishi and staring, pointing, shouting at each other, saying you're going to pay for this type of stuff, and kind of basically just this match kind of set up the kind of match that hopefully we can have with Rikishi and Mark Henry. But yeah, 6-6, I'm happy with that. That's what you expect for this kind of angle.
Yeah, very good. Very good. Okay, backstage angle again. Whoa.
I think Mick's... Well, actually, no, probably Trish probably helped this more, to be fair. But, but this is kind of a situation where, obviously, it seems to be a thing that Mick doesn't have locks on his door or no one knocks on his door because people just like bursting into his office. It's a thing. But basically Lita walks, burst into Mick Foley's office, kind of saying, "I want Molly Holly at No Way Out," But Mick Foley kind of comes to him and says, "There's no need to demand a match. The match is already set. Molly Holly's already came in here and made the match herself. She for some reason, I do not know, believes you've done something to her friends, and it's and she said she even put the title on the line if it makes you turn up to that match and No Way Out. So and obviously Lita's like, okay, she's like still annoyed, but like, okay, obviously I accept. So sets up the women's title is on the line and No Way Out. So
Lita versus Molly Holly booked for the pay-per-view for the women's title.
Yes, I just realised that I've done all this stuff and I haven't actually done a situation where announced it. But I like the idea that it's kind of Molly Holly is asked for it, not like the usual the face.
Yeah.
Feels really annoyed at this point.
I do like the idea that Molly Holly's not the chicken shit heel necessarily, so that's quite nice. Okay. World's Greatest Tag Team with Paul Heyman got a promo. Only 60 for this, so Paul Heyman didn't help them as much as you'd have liked. So
yeah, but it's
it'll get there down the line.
Yeah, it's first week, and it's like similar with your Eric Bischoff stuff. It just it enhances it a little bit more, but maybe not in this one. But yeah, it's kind of a situation. Obviously, they've got a little locker room now type stuff. Comes out. Obviously, Paul Heyman gets interviewed. Kind of stuff saying, why are they teamed with you? And they wanted to be winners, and who better to make them winners than Paul Heyman? And kind of kind of sitting there going like tonight, Shelton Benjamin's in action against Eddie Guerrero, and he's going to prove why using my strategies and my formula is a winning formula, and shows that why it's gonna work. This teaming up with me. So yeah, sets up that kind of being Paul Heyman's going to make them better, and it will. So, but 60, that's good. I'm alright at that.
In-ring action, Eddie Guerrero and Shelton Benjamin for a 90.
This is everything I hope for and more. To be fair, a 94 by Eddie.
Wow.
Against a 70 by Shelton Benjamin.
70 by Benjamin is really good as well.
Makes me... This is the kind of situation, obviously, we got RVD getting like 70s, right? Type stuff.
Yeah.
I mean... This US title scene's got a lot of good stuff.
The thing is, what's boosted here is, so Eddie's getting a boost right now because he's been putting on great matches. Benjamin's boosted by the fact that he's quite hot with the crowd right now. These two together as well have great chemistry, it says. So it's been boosted every step of the way to the point that 94 and a 70 coming down to a 90 with all those, but that is it. You couldn't have got better for those two right there. That is top notch.
And also, it gives me hope and intrigue booking ideas for maybe in the future. So, especially if you know they're gonna gel well. But yeah, I mean, for 90, bloody hell, I'm happy with that. So happy with that. Very
good. Eddie Guerrero gets the win. You've got written down here. Where is it? Let me scroll.
A brawl. Another brawl. I know. Many.
Sorry, the finish. Eddie counters the T-bone suplex into a roll-up, finds a way to win. After the match, though, Eddie Guerrero is involved in it. Only 65 for this. The Dudleys bring this down.
But if it's fine. I mean, again, if I'm getting 60, mid-60, that's all right. But obviously you said the roll-up, but as always, obviously always get tag team. We're not happy attacking obviously the Eddie Guerrero after the match, and obviously got the Dudleys come out obviously because of what happened earlier in the night. But I kind of like this because it'd just be like funny, and because Paul Heyman's that kind of guy that can really sell, and this kind of action. But yeah, obviously the World's Greatest Talent's good out the win, but they forgot someone. They forgot their new manager in Paul Heyman, gets caught by the Dudleys, gets a 3D by the Dudleys, and then Eddie Guerrero just did the icing on the cake, does a frog splash from the top, and the World's Greatest Tag Team look furious because obviously first day on the job and they've let their manager get completely destroyed.
Are you going to have Paul Heyman come wheeling out in a wheelchair and a neck brace? Please tell me you're going to do it, please.
Well, to be fair, I wasn't thinking of it. That is a great idea.
He took a 3D. You can't just wander out next week as if nothing's wrong.
I know, and then to be fair, I think I like that idea. But I don't know. When I was thinking about it, it's just like, come on. I can't keep doing balls. Like, make one of them at least something different.
We'll beat Paul Heyman up instead. Brilliant.
Well, to be fair, they kept doing this in all four, so it's not that surprising.
No. Vitamin C promo then on the main event for an 81. Good promo.
Happy with that. So this is kind of...
It's not Christian's best work.
Oh, I mean, maybe a situation he's gone to the heights already, but 81, pretty good. But the way this is kind of set up is obviously after that kind of beat, that thing we just talked about, it's kind of panned or kind of cut to them watching it on the screen. Normally, by the way, not the weirdness that...
Wait. No. They've got to be like this.
Okay, you've got to look at all the sides or or really take the mick like the Young Bucks did and like turn around and watch it from the back or something like that. But they're kind of talking about, the basic cuttings talking about the match, saying with saying that not Jericho basically saying that No Way Out is basically going to finally end that stupid idiot that is Eddie Guerrero. I know it's like many years too early, but damn, it's a good catchphrase. But then they're kind of talking about tonight's going to be easy. It's going to be easy win. There's no chance in hell that Kurt Angle and Triple H are going to be able to work as a team. Unlike us, that is a great team, and we're going to show that tonight.
Vince McMahon is fuming backstage with the gimmick infringement, but it's fine. Val Venus is backstage. 64 for this. Scott Steiner has invented a new catchphrase.
Oh, this is where I got to get my creative boots on with this one. Trying to figure out what that awesome catchphrase for.
Scott Steiner, don't do math. You're welcome.
Yeah, thank you. I'll take that. But so basically, it's kind of a situation where simple setup. It's basically interviewed. I mean, it's obviously got beaten destroyed basically by Mark Henry last week. I think he got thrown around on backstage, 2 world's strongest slams through the announce table as well. He basically got destroyed basically, and basically interview saying, "What are you doing here? You should be at home." And then you got, Scott Steiner, that obviously we haven't seen at all in this 7-2 now, because, you don't love that. Comes in saying, that's a good question. Why are you here? Why are you even getting TV time, even match time, when you have the genetic freak in Scott Steiner on your roster? Then was it Val Venus kind of says, if you've got a problem with me, meet me next week in the wing. And kind of said... kind of sets it up, and then you got Scott Steiner says, "I accept your challenge," but when on the way out, he kind of hits his ribs on the way out, just to kind of prove a point that he's fighting him to that, but he's not next week, but he's not 100%. But it's a nice little simple feud, and maybe puts Scott Steiner on the show and see if I can figure out something cool to do with him, because 64, that's not bad.
Clearly worth using. So I hate it so much. Right, Kurt Angle promo on Triple H, or Kurt Angle segment with Triple H. 83, only an 83 for this is interesting. Mick really does boost it then. Yeah,
I've got a really awesome GM. Let's just say it. But just everything goes up when Mick Foley's in the room. But it's kind of a situation of again, Kurt's like, it's kind of going with Mick's I don't know what he's thinking putting us team together. This is why would I want to work with Triple H? That's so, was it unprofessional and paranoid, all this kind of stuff. When you've got someone like me that's a professional, I'm a winner, and I could win this match single-handedly tonight. I don't need Triple H, because tonight I'm going to win this match, and I know I'm going to win the title as well. So it's going to be a great night for Olympic heel. And then you've got Triple H coming in, kind of saying, "Are you sure? I did beat you clean at Royal Rumble." But that's fine.
Would he say I beat you clean?
Probably not, but I think, I don't know, just that I don't know, maybe not, but
Right,
that's
go
what
on.
I put.
Carry on.
So yeah, but but that's fine. I beat you again. I beat you again at No Way Out again. I'd do that. But well, tonight we're teaming, and you know I am professional and I am a winner, so we are going to win. But you better not, you know. But the difference between you and me is I'm the one draped with gold. So I see you out there, and yeah, as you expect, sets up hostility because they wouldn't like each other though.
So can they get along? Let's find out. Main event: Triple H and Kurt Angle versus Vitamin C gets an 86. Smackdown has won the week. Let's confirm it. Let's be honest. If they haven't won the week, something's wrong. What a match!
Yeah, I mean,
Wow, Jericho, by the way.
that excites me when I think about if Eddie's going on like 90s and Chris Jericho's on 90s. Makes me think that cage match, it's got potential. That's all I'm saying. It's got potential. But yeah, this kind of match is exactly what you expect. It's good, you know, great bout. Basically, a lot of stuff with basically Triple H and Kurt kind of tagging each other out, that kind of stuff. You know, trying to warm up each other, that kind of stuff. But then, but again, this might be a controversy that obviously the Vitamin C get the win here. But I like the idea that it's like basically it's I think Kurt Angle. Yeah, Kurt Angle is basically he's was it Triple H is being pulled off the pulled off the apron, I think it was, or the other way around. But obviously, I think Christian, or was it Paul, or was it Chris Jericho pulled him off the apron. Kurt Angle didn't see that, so he's just about to go for the tag. His partner's not there. Was it Christian, or yeah, was it comes from behind, hits the unpritter, and Kurt gets. You could sit there and say Christian gets revenge for last week, obviously because of beating him last week. But yeah, this is kind of a situation that like.
I mean, Christian over Kurt Angle in the main event. We were talking about Raw with Ray. That's going to beat Christian big time. Good booking. I like it.
Yeah, I mean, but the base of this match is a situation. Is a kind of situation of it's like they were working as a team, and just when he needed him, Triple H known to be seen, but Kurt doesn't know that it was because he was pulled off the apron, and then it starts obviously the last segment of
post-match segment. Right. You might be out an all-time show here.
Maybe, but yeah. So basically, this ends with obviously Kurt going up Triple H like, "What the hell? Where are you?" That kind of stuff. Whether for the tag gets intense, and yeah, we kind of end. Yes, it's a brawl, but it works. You need it for going into a show, isn't it? Like security comes in, all the wrestlers come in, separate them. Yeah, we kind of end the show that way, saying like they both like really want to destroy each other.
I love how both shows ended with a brawl, mayhem. We love it. The show there, there's no build up. It doesn't need to be. This show is going to beat Raw. Gets a 92. What a show! I'm not even bitter. That's an incredible show.
I mean, to be fair, what I was really happy with is just how good that Eddie Guerrero, Shelton Benjamin match did. I thought that'd get like similar to the 80s or something, but to get a 90,
but to me, it's not just that. Like that was boosted and was amazing. The main event scene is what you'd expect. Like 299 segments is amazing, but it is what it is. But stuff like the Mark Henry Rikishi stuff doing better than you think. That tag did better than you'd think. The women's stuff doing better than you'd think. I just think everyone's on this show has been at the top of their game for you there, and it's come off brilliantly. Do you know what I mean? Like there wasn't an underperformance in that show, which is amazing for you.
I mean, to be fair, yeah. I mean, stuff I thought we'd underperform would probably just Scott Steiner and Val Venus or Rikishi and Mark Henry, because obviously it's kind of the first time I'm kind of using him a bit more, especially Scott Steiner in that. But that got a good rating, so. But they said the Eddie, the chemistry between Eddie and Shelton Benjamin opens up some interesting opportunities, and and obviously stuff with Paul Heyman with the World's Greatest Tag Team would be interesting. So a lot of interesting stuff. But 82, I think that's
92.
Is that 92? Is that best I've ever done?
I'm not sure. We'll have a look at the show ratings. Definitely better than Raw. And that makes it 2-2, which means the Twitch chat will be deciding the No Way Out main event. So make sure you don't miss it on Thursday. Oh, God.
I think they'd be happy. I've got to be honest.
We'll see. Well, it's all up in the air then, isn't it? The Twitch chat will decide the WWE No Way Out 2004 pay-per-view main event. We're going to give them 4 choices, and they will decide. It's going to be interesting. It is going to be interesting. No Way Out. Look, the Royal Rumble was good from us, But when you've got the Royal Rumble match as the main event, it always limits your pay-per-view rating. This could be very good. I am looking forward to it. Wednesday, don't miss it. 4:30 on the channel. If you've liked the video, make sure you drop a like on it. Subscribe to the channel for a whole lot more. No Way Out. Let's have you. Peace.